The War Council chamber of the Varathian Empire fell silent as Admiral Zekthor raised his crystalline appendage. 10,000 ships waited in formation beyond their moon, ready to descend upon the small blue planet that had rejected their ultimatum. Earth, a backwater world that had barely achieved faster-than-light travel, yet somehow had the audacity to refuse annexation. Emperor Calric slammed his fist against the obsidian table. They mock us! A species that only discovered space travel 2 centuries ago dares to stand against an empire spanning 10,000 systems. General Vexnar, the Empire's most decorated military commander, remained motionless in the corner. His 4 eyes had witnessed countless conquests across 5 galaxies. He had seen civilizations crumble before the might of Varathian fleets. But something about the humans troubled him. Your Excellency, Vexnar's voice rumbled like distant thunder. I advise caution. The chamber erupted in jeering laughter. Admiral Zekthor's mandibles clicked in amusement. Caution? Against primitives who still use projectile weapons? General, your age must be affecting your judgment. Vexnar stepped forward into the holographic light. His scarred carapace told stories of 100 battles. Permit me to explain what I discovered during my reconnaissance of their culture. Emperor Calrix waved dismissively but gestured for him to continue. The humans, Vexnar began, possess something we've never encountered before. They call it science fiction. Fiction? The Emperor scoffed. You waste our time with stories? Not just stories, Your Excellency. Warnings, prophecies, battle plans disguised as entertainment. Vexnar activated a data stream, projecting images from Earth's media archives. For centuries, while we were conquering galaxies, humans were imagining every possible way to defeat enemies like us. The council members leaned forward as images flickered across the projection field. Massive starships, devastating weapons, artificial intelligences, time travel, dimensional portals, imagination, Admiral Zeknar snorted. Children's fantasies hold no power against plasma cannons, don't they? Vexnar's eyes glowed intensely. I found over 10,000 distinct scenarios humans have created, detailing alien invasions of their world. In 97% of them, humanity wins. They've spent generations preparing for us without even knowing we existed. He changed the projection. A human vessel appeared, crude by Varathian standards. This is their first warp-capable ship. Notice anything? The council studied it. Admiral Zekthor's eyes widened. Those are weapon ports. Military grade. On an exploration vessel? Exactly. Every human ship, even their civilian transports, are designed with conflict in mind. They've never encountered hostile aliens, yet they assumed the universe would be dangerous. They were ready before we arrived. Vexnar pulled up another file. They have a concept called MAD, mutually assured destruction. During their nuclear age, they built enough weapons to sterilize their own planet 50 times over, just to ensure nobody could win a war. They held their fingers on the trigger for decades, staring down their own extinction, and they never blinked. The chamber grew quieter. They sent messages into space, Vexnar continued, broadcasting their location to any potential civilization. When their scientists warned this might attract hostile forces, do you know what their leader said? Any species capable of reaching us would already know we're here. They weren't naive. They simply refused to hide. Emperor Calric shifted uncomfortably. You said their fiction contained scenarios. Show me. Vexnar displayed a montage of human stories. In one tale, they defeat alien invaders with microscopic organisms. In another, they use mathematics as a weapon. Here, they upload viruses to alien computers using primitive technology that shouldn't be compatible. There, they weaponize their own sun. They've imagined biological warfare, psychological warfare, temporal warfare, and concepts we don't even have names for. Imagination without capability is meaningless, the Emperor argued, but his voice lacked conviction. Is it? Vexnar zoomed in on Earth's moon. 3 days ago, our scouts detected unusual energy signatures. The humans have been building something. My analysts believe it's based on a weapon from one of their stories written 80 years ago. A story about a war they never fought, describing a weapon they never built until now. Admiral Zekthor leaned forward. What kind of weapon? We don't know. That's the problem. They have thousands of theoretical weapons in their databases. Planet crackers, reality bombs, consciousness disruptors. We can't possibly defend against weapons we can't imagine. created by a species whose greatest strength is imagination itself. General Vexnar pulled up a final image, a human child's drawing showing stick figures defeating monsters from the stars. Their children dream of fighting us. Their poets write about it. Their philosophers debate the ethics of xenocide. They've culturally, psychologically, and strategically prepared for this moment across their entire civilization. He turned to face the Emperor directly. Your Excellency, we've conquered 10,000 systems. We've faced warrior races, hive minds, and silicon-based juggernauts, but we've never faced a species that spent centuries imagining every possible way to defeat us before we even arrived. Every strategy we might employ, they've already written a story about. And in those stories, they always find a way to win. The War Council sat in stunned silence. Emperor Calric stared at the holographic Earth rotating peacefully in the projection field. Such a small blue world, so much danger wrapped in such beauty. General Vexnar, the Emperor said slowly, what do you recommend? The old warrior's mandibles formed what might have been a smile. I recommend we make them our allies before someone else does. Because the species that weaponizes imagination itself won't just survive in this universe, Your Excellency. Given time, they'll dominate it. The Emperor looked at his gathered commanders. One by one, they nodded in agreement. Recall the fleet, Emperor Calrix ordered. And someone draft a treaty. Make it generous. As the council dispersed, Admiral Zekthor approached Vexnar. Do you truly believe they're that dangerous? Vexnar gazed at the projection of Earth one last time. I believe any species that can imagine 10,000 ways to destroy gods probably has 11,000 more they haven't written down yet. I believe in choosing my battles wisely. He turned to leave, then paused. Besides, I found one of their stories where humans and Varathians become friends. It was quite touching. I'd rather live in that universe than the alternative. The chamber lights dimmed as Earth continued its rotation, unaware of how close it had come to war, and how thoroughly its dreams had saved it.